There are some words that you should never, ever, 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 ever use in your marketing and promotions. A few weeks ago, we talked about one word, resource, to take out. And now I have a whole list of other ones that I'm going to share with you in this episode of the Library Marketing Show. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Angela Hursh from superlibrarymarketing.com. You can head there and look for the Library Marketing Show tab to ask a question for a future episode of the show, or to nominate your library or another library doing great work in marketing for kudos. Stay tuned because we're going to give away kudos a little later, and it is a nomination. It's a very exciting one. Before we do that, make sure you've subscribed to my YouTube channel and or you are following me on LinkedIn so that you get a notification every time an episode is released. Let's get into the words. I don't know why, but there are just some words that people use in library marketing that make me want to email them and say, hey, we shouldn't be using those words, because they're not really words that our audience understands or uses in conversation. I need to give some credit for this idea to Jennifer Healy of Park Ridge Public Library and D. Scott Campbell of the Wigan Memorial Library, who started a conversation on my last video about eliminating the word resource from your vocabulary of library marketing. If you missed that episode, I'm going to put a link up here, up above, that you can go watch it. But Jennifer and D. Scott started talking about other words that they have tried to get rid of or have asked their library friends to get rid of in their marketing. So I now have a list of words that you can replace in your marketing. And it's not so much about replacing words. It's about making sure the copy that you are using, the words, the language that you use, resonates with your audience. We have to be conversational and speak like a person in our community, not like a library staffer. And these are very easy switches that will increase the effectiveness of all of your marketing and promotion. So here they are. Words to use instead of program, event, or class, depending on what kind of a program you are putting on. The audience will it helps to clarify what is going on in that program. An event and a class, that's very specific. So use those words instead of program. Program is pretty vague and people don't really understand what a program is. It's a library term. So let's replace it. The second one that I would like to see replaced, we use the word catalog often. Have you ever thought that maybe people don't really understand what a catalog is, specifically now that all catalogs are online? I think we should go with available items instead. And I got this from shopping. Nobody, or you can call it the cart, I guess. If you have a cart, if your catalog has a cart, you could call it the cart, put books in your cart. I just think catalog is kind of an antiquated library word, and I'm not certain that most people in the community understand what it is. And specifically, if you want to increase circulation, you're going to want to use words that help with that goal. The third one, I've seen this happen at many libraries. They use the word audiovisual to describe that particular part of their collection where they have DVDs, CDs. I want you to use the words of the things. So CDs, DVDs, or just call it music or movies. Those words are words that people in your audience will understand more than audiovisual. What would happen if you changed the title of your reference or circulation desk to your customer service desk? I think you would get more folks showing up there to answer questions. They're used to a customer service desk when they shop. That is a very specific description for the kinds of things that still go on at your reference or circulation desk. It's also a very friendly way. Like, reference or circulation desks feels very formal and intellectual, and a customer service desk feels more welcoming. We're letting people know you can come here to ask a question or get some help. The bottom line here is that we want to use words that our audience will immediately understand. That's going to increase the effectiveness of our marketing. The words we're replacing are very library focused. And what I'm asking you to do is use words that focus on your library users, not on the library. So what do you think of my list? And what other words do you think we need to replace, or have you replaced words at your library? I am incredibly curious about this. Let me know down in the comments. Let's get a conversation started. It's time for kudos today, and kudos is going to Lisle Library District. During a year-long renovation, the whole library came together to fundraise for a Lightzilla, which is a 6-foot by 5-foot wall installation that's kind of like a light bright. The library raised so much money that they were able to get that and a tabletop version as well. They had some coverage that helped them, and I'm going to share that coverage down in the comments or the show description if you're watching on YouTube. And also Rails, which is reaching across Illinois library systems, also did a blog post about it. I'm going to share that post down in the show description or the comments if you're watching on LinkedIn. Great job, Lisle District Library. All right, that's it for today's episode, but my channel is filled with lots more tips for library marketing. If you're interested in learning more, head to the next video and I will see you there.